Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium. The Bills offense getting set to go here in this divisional round matchup. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
And he is going to have the Bills first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 7. Motion man is Shakir. Now Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Up to the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce. Now 2nd and 9. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills are on the board first here in this division round matchup. You talk about rookies having big statistical years. He had a boatload of these in the regular season, more than one per game, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Allen now looks to throw. And that's complete to Trey McKinney, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Allen. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want...
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's hoping to find... They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 91 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Here's a 2nd and 5. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And he will be taken down with a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And shutting him off, now open field. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. They find some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And that's a great run, and this is when you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. It showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bills are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Pushing his way through. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 174 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.